Today we are going to be talking about the evolution of real estate, the evolution of communication, the evolution of humans. That's pretty bold, isn't it?
That's quite the interesting open.
Artificial intelligence, also known as AI. I don't know where this goes. Anyways,
I love it. Whoa. We needed to give you like some Red Bull or a little spark before this episode. But it's cool. We're gonna bring this home.
We're gonna a little spark.
Well, you know what? I used to have this tile guy. He's called Dan the Tile Man.
Okay.
And all he asked, he would work literally around the clock. We just had to buy him a flat, like the actual box of cans of something called Sparks, which was basically Red Bull and like malt liquor mixed together. They were absolutely awful. Dan the Tile Man would drink like 10 of those and he would just tile your whole house in a day. Like, it was crazy. And he was actually pretty talented.
He probably tiled the floor, the walls, the ceiling, like, let's go!
He'd be tiling until like 5 in the morning and like it was nothing.
We couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Of course. Spark.
Comment if you remember Sparks. Maybe it's still around. I don't know.
X at the end?
No, I think it was spelled out normal. Yeah, I guess you know what it'd be like? It's like a Four Loko and a Red Bull guy.
Yeah.
Like, had a baby. And
Isn't that what
Sparks.
Yeah,
they're nasty.
Okay, well, now that I have that on. Anyways.
Spiced it up a little, okay? Let people have some fun. Look at you. You're relaxed now. We're ready to go. Welcome to the Whissel Way podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty here in San Diego.
And I'm Bryan, coaching.
Goal of the show is give you the tools, techniques, and tactics to go out there and crush it in your business. The way that we like to do that is to answer the questions that you have for us. So if you ever have a question you want to have us answer on the show, you can always go to thewhisselway.com, ask us questions on there, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, join our private Facebook group and email newsletter where we share a lot of tips and tricks. And if you want to level up your content creation game, audio, video, social, Bryan and I created a course where we share everything we've learned over the last 10 plus years working together, all of that at thewhisselway.com. Let's roll, bro. Let's go.
I know. Well, I remember
I should have brought an AI version of you in here that has some energy. Come on. This is like techie, nerdy shit. This is your wheelhouse. Come on.
No. Well, I just remembered something else I need you to do, and then I forgot. So I was like trying to remember it. I need you to film a video after this. Okay, so AI. I want to talk about some of the tools that you're using.
Sound like a boomer. Film a video. Such a boomer thing to say.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the podcast. This is dumb now. Anyways, I want to talk about some of the tools you use.
Yeah.
And I also want to talk about...
I want to know what you use too.
Okay, I'll talk about some of the things I use. I am using one that is pretty unique. But I also want to hear about the pitfalls to avoid. Because very often we see stuff and we go, well, okay, AI. And there's a lot of value in it. But then there's a lot of negative that I think can come from it. So yeah, I want to talk about this.
Okay. You want me to fire first? Or let's just go. I'll do one, you do. Yeah, I got 3 for sure. And then you have 2. We'll see where we're at with time. Our goal, guys, on the show, 30 minutes or less. We're not trying to be this Joe Rogan and go for like an entire day here. No, we don't have Sparks. We had Sparks that go longer than 30 minutes.
We'd probably go way shorter. It'd be 15 minutes. We'd be on 4 times speed.
Cool. This one, I'm pretty geeked out on this one right now. This is one that Google came out with. It's called NotebookLM. NotebookLM. And their tagline is understand anything. So what you can do is you can put all kinds of information into this. For me, the way I'm using this is my world is complicated. I have multiple different businesses that I'm running. I have multiple different investments that I'm into. I have different financial advisors. Like, it's complicated. So what I'm doing is I am recording all of my calls, all of my Zooms and Meets and Teams and all of those. Everything is all being recorded. And we're taking that information, pushing it into NotebookLM. Then NotebookLM is learning more and more about me every single day to the point where I could go in there and say, hey, tell me about the life insurance policy that I have. Because I don't remember everything, right? Like I set a policy up 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I don't remember exactly what I'm in, what am I paying, what's the death benefit, which type of life insurance. Like, I don't remember all this shit anymore. Like, it's gotten too complicated.
I don't remember that with mine.
My whole life about everything that I do financially. So anytime I have a financial meeting, I push it into there, and it continues to learn and learn and learn about me. So I can use it as kind of like an FAQ where I can go in there and be like, hey, tell me about the life insurance policy that I have set up. Boom, and who set it up for me, blah, blah, blah. It'll have all the details. But this thing is so smart that it can learn everything. And I could literally say, hey, give me a podcast episode about my life insurance policy. And now it could create an entire podcast episode from the information that I fed into this thing. It could spit out an entire podcast out. And then you could take that and you could play with that. You could use like HeyGen or 11 Labs, right? Who's doing audio. And you could now take the information. So you're constantly feeding everything into it, which you could now do this with your team, right? You could take all of your team meetings and feed it in there. And then now you have this thing that's just learned everything about you over a period of time, and it continues to get smarter and smarter and smarter, and it connects all the dots for you. And now you can pull the information back out of it. You could literally run an entire podcast with no humans, all just simply based on the information that you fed into this system.
All right, well, I guess this was fun. This was fun while it lasted, a couple 300 episodes. Aren't you worried at all? Like, I'm not one, I have this argument with my uncle about a bunch. He's one where he's like, oh, there's privacy issues and this and that. And I mean, I'm wearing Meta glasses. And so, but I also kind of give Facebook a little bit more trust because they got sued so hard and they had to pull back. Like, I don't think that was fun for them, and I don't think they want to go even farther with it. But like, with all this AI, and you're telling me this one you use for financial stuff, are you worried about either what it can do or someone hacks it and they have all your stuff? Like, is that, obviously it's not a concern enough for you to not use it.
I don't live my life that way. I'm sorry. I know some people are always worried about privacy. Bro, they know everything about us.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody, like you carry this thing around in your pocket that's listening to you all day, every day. Like, are we really worried about what we're putting into AI?
Yeah, and I guess, all of our financial information is on the computer.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just, that's not a way I choose to live my life. Plus, it's not like we're talking about account numbers or access. So it's like, even though somebody might know financially what I have going on, if they got access to all my stuff, they wouldn't know how to access the money.
And how would you access that money? If someone wanted to know. I'm curious. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm going to talk about mine. You good on Notebook?
Yeah, I think that's where I'll leave it. NotebookLM, it's currently free. So this is one of those, like, if you guys have never played around, you get in on softwares early when they're free. A lot of times they will legacy you and let you continue that for free. Hell, we had Google Workspace for free for like a decade. Unlimited users, like, we got a long time. We saved thousands and thousands of tens of thousands.
I was going to say thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah, a year.
Because it's like, what, $80 a user or something like that?
I don't know what it is, but we've saved massive amounts of money being on Google Workspace, like it used to be called G Suite back in the day. We got that shit for free for a long time. Get on NotebookLM now while they have a free version, because they will monetize that over time. But that thing's been really powerful, and it's really helping me have a good scope. But again, you could use it for so many things. Like, again, take all your team meetings and just push them all into there. Or whatever coach it is that you like, take the transcriptions and push them into there. Like, and you can synthesize all this information together. It's really powerful because ChatGPT, you can do custom GPTs and stuff, but it's not really built for this purpose. You can't feed, tons of that much data into those. NotebookLM is literally, it's like a notebook. You're just taking notes constantly, and it's taking all that information and compiling it. And then when you do ask questions, it also cites the source too. It doesn't just aggregate, like come up with an answer. It tracks you back to why it gave you that answer. It's
nice.
Cool.
So I'm going to do the obvious. I'll do ChatGPT. I'm a huge fan of it. I know people go, well, I like Claude for this and this. I've been really happy with ChatGPT. As we're filming this today, they came out with ChatGPT 5.0, which compiles all of the cool stuff that they can do and puts it into one. But my use cases for it, one, I don't love it to look up facts. I don't trust it all that much for facts. I feel like it's about as credible, and maybe this is just me being cynical, but I feel it's about as credible as Wikipedia. Like, that could be true, but it also could be way wrong. But I love it where I put information in and say, either summarize this or give me bullet points. What I've been doing it for lately is putting the transcript from a video and say, give me 5 word-for-word quotes that these people said from here that I can turn into stuff. So I like using it and giving it something specific and having it work off of that. I do that a lot for our podcast stuff. I don't love the emails that it spits out. One of the things that I like to do is be like, give me 5 versions, 1 being super short and 5 being really long, and give me variations in between. And then I like to tweak from there. And so I love ChatGPT. It's the OG, but I still like they're still pushing out stuff like crazy. And that's again, that one's kind of boring. My next one's more fun. My next one you probably haven't heard of.
Okay.
Someone's be like, "What is ChatGPT?" I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, 5.0 is cool because you don't have to have all those different models anymore. Like it was so convenient. Like use this model for this model. Like even within GPT, not even talking about going to all the other just Claude and everything else. So having it all in one is, yeah. And they're leading the way, guys. Like why fuck with anything else? Like, oh, it's new ones. Just pick one, ride that until there's another proven model that's significantly better. But bouncing between all these things, paying for all these things. Knowing which one you asked what questions, and like, I'm not here for that.
That being said, usually what I'll do when I create AI images is I'll do it through ChatGPT, Grok, and Gemini, and I use the same prompt. Usually I have ChatGPT, I'm like, create an image prompt. This is what I want it to look like. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'll paste it into the other, all 3 of them. I don't pay for Gemini. I don't pay for Grok. They're faster at creating images and better more often than not. And so then I'll have 5 or 6 to choose from. Usually I'll choose it before ChatGPT even gives me an image. So I do use those, but I use the free version. So it's easy. Cool. All right, what's your next one?
Next one is
We're at 12 minutes, by the way. We're halfway through.
Yeah, we're good. Well, next one is called Gamma, Gamma. The website is called gamma.app. It is not an app, so it's stupid to call your thing gamma.app when you're not an app. But
they've got to have gamma.ai. Like that's got to exist, right?
Yeah, they literally don't have an app, but their website is gamma.app. So forgive them for that stupidity. But what is brilliant about them, so their tagline is bring your ideas to life. So there's 4 primary things that you can do with Gamma. The one that I've personally used the most is to make amazing presentations. I get opportunity to speak on a lot of stages and podcasts and webinars and stuff like that. And I am not the most artistic person by a long shot. You give me a spreadsheet, I can do magic. But you give me a paintbrush, I don't know what to do with it. I'm lost. So I have no artistic ability, no artistic eye. But I'm smart enough to use a tool that can make me feel very artistic. Make sure to clarify that. Want to make it hard artistic. Yeah.
It's a different art.
So presentations, there's multiple ways that you can use this thing. So one of the ways that I like is I can take my very ugly old, Google Slides or PowerPoint presentation. I can throw it in there and it will beautify it and it'll make it a very pretty slide deck for me. I could even just conceptually type out like a paragraph. Hey, I want to do a presentation on nuclear physics and how it applies to submarines, right? Like you could, and it will literally make you an entire presentation. You could just give it that prompt. So multiple ways that you can use this. You can do it for presentations. You can use it for like social media graphics. So I've personally found that most of like GPT sucks with text.
Yeah,
anything text-wise, it's not good. Canva is surprisingly is not that great either, in my personal opinion. The AI version of Canva, I actually think has a long ways to go, but this is much better. So you could also just make really cool graphics that actually have proper text on them. So you could use it to make social graphics. You can use it to make documents. So maybe you have like a whole bunch of data, but you want to take that data and put it into like a nice little 1-page PDF. You could do that with it, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, you can even make websites. So you could literally make a website in 30 seconds. Like you don't have to go pay tens of thousands of dollars for somebody to build a website. You can have the framework of a website in seconds. And now there's different ways to go with this, right? Like what some people will do when they're doing like logos or websites, or you use like either AI to get you started, or back in the day we used to use like 99 Designs or Logo Tournament. Then you take those concepts, take them to a professional designer to polish them up. So play around with the website side of this. Like maybe you get some ideas on a website and then take it to a website designer, or maybe you love what it creates for you and you run with it and save yourself a ton of money. They have free versions. They also have paid versions. The paid versions though are so cheap. Dude, I'm paying like $96 a year.
Yeah, that's great.
For like the plus version of it. Even the pro version is $240 a year. Like it's very, very affordable. And it makes these presentations that make you look like you spent days and days and days putting them together. So I've been very happy with it.
I tried to use it the other day, and I was just pretty basic. I just copied and pasted my notes, and it was really word heavy. I'm like, okay, you got it. You can't just be like, make it exactly like I think, but I'm not even going to tell you how I think. So there's some finesse in there that I need to learn. But it was a good start. And I've seen your presentations, and I really like them. And I love that it, like, even in this one, it did like a timeline, and it did graphs, and it was like, oh, these are really cool. So there were pieces from the design that I really liked, and then there's pieces that I really didn't.
Yeah, and you can tweak it after you make it too.
Yep.
So again, most AI is never going to give you like 100% finished product. So whether it's a social media post or a listing description, like basic shit off GPT, or something like you're going to do a presentation in front of a crowd, or you're doing a social media, like a graphic, these things will get you like 90% of the way there, and then you can polish the last 10%, or whatever percentages you feel. But I don't know that I would use something created with AI without looking it over and just posting. I think you get yourself in trouble. Take a look over it before you post it. Also, like images, look for what are called like artifacts, like weird abnormalities that might show up in some of the AI graphics, so you don't look silly.
And some of them are like, some of them don't bother me so much.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing a photo and you're talking about our 7-day listing launch, and you wanted to show a real estate woman standing next to a for sale sign, and she happens to have 6 toes. I'm like, the point isn't about her toes. Like, it's just to stop so people can learn. Like, so some things I don't mind, but like some things you're like, all these guys' faces are messed up. Like, no one has a face in this. So, all right, my turn.
Yeah, you gotta love when things are melting.
Yeah. You were asking about a river trip. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere near these people. I don't know what happened, but they looked like they were crayons and lived in Sid's backyard. That's a Toy Story reference for those of you guys that don't have kids, or haven't seen Toy Story. My next one, this is a great photography tool. It's funny, Chad, one of my photographers, told me about it, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And now I'm obsessed with it. It's called Envato, and it helps. What I compare it to is it's like a mix of Lightroom and Photoshop for portraits. So in Photoshop, you can go very particular and make sure you clean up skin and remove pimples and dark and gray hair and all this stuff. But with Envato, you kind of adjust all these sliders how you want them, and then you can sync them to all your photos easily. And there's some stuff that, like, one of the things that's in beta is a tattoo removal. I remember I shot a wedding and they're like, can you remove my bridesmaid's tattoo in every image? And I was like, I'm gonna have to charge you more than I charged you for the wedding to do that. She's like, never mind. I'm like, we'll just put her on the other side. Like, this literally does it in seconds, and it's good. And I started doing it. I started using it with our media day, and now I'm like, I feel bad for ever delivering images without this. Like, it's so clean. It looks so good. Now, of course, you can go overboard with it, but it's good. It's easy. It's fast. And they're constantly making changes. So I'm really impressed. Envato.
Love it. Last one I will wrap with is called Shiloh, Shilo. I think it's Shiloh.ai.
Probably .app.
Come on, Gamma, get with it. This one's cool. Our friend Justin Benson started this company up. The way that we use it, we run a big team. We have 100 plus agents on our team. It listens to our agents' calls and then utilizes AI to coach them on their calls. So as soon as they're done with a call, they get a report, they get a score on it, they get it points out some of the issues and opportunities with the call so they can improve on it. And what I love is, like, at one point we actually had a human. Now they were international, but we still had a human listening to all of these calls at one point, because we see the value in listening to your calls, which, by the way, team leaders, you'll be shocked what happens when you listen to your agents' calls.
Or go to their open houses or
to see anything that they're doing. Yeah. So it's great to have that data. And now you can do 2 things. One, you can acknowledge people who are having amazing calls. Like, great job on this 5-star call, Bryan. Because the thing I found is new agents, they really like to listen to a 5-star call, right? They want to hear what a 5-star call sounds like, because role playing it is great and very, very necessary. But hearing what a 5-star call sounds like, oh, that's what I need to say. Oh, that was really good. I like the way that, like, it's different when you get to hear it. So we take those 5-star calls, we post them so the team can learn from them. And then on the flip side, they're going to have the 2-star calls, the 1-star calls. And then we'll take those and we'll privately coach those people. So now we can listen to it, find out where what were the issues with the call, what's the opportunity to make it improve. And so praise in public, punish in private sort of thing,
I love that.
which is powerful. Additionally, if an agent gets their butt kicked on a call, they can then call back in and role play that call.
Which is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like big shout out to Justin. I met this guy and I sat there for 30 minutes and I left and I go, this dude's fucking smart. Like, and I asked
He
Chris,
has amazing hair.
he's got great hair.
Yeah.
I asked Chris, I'm like, you like Justin Benson? He's like, yeah, I do. Why? I'm like, because you guys are both nerds and you guys are so fucking smart. Like, you guys are homies, huh? He's like, I mean, yeah, we are, but the idea of role playing the call that you had an issue with, like we do this in our office when we do role plays. Like, hey, if you have an issue, if you did something and you messed up, let's talk about it. Here they can give you the exact same objections and you can do it over and over again. It's so genius.
Yeah, very, very powerful. So those are my 3: NotebookLM, Gamma.app, and Shiloh.ai. All 3 very, very powerful tools. Obviously, ChatGPT is amazing. You can do a ton with it. But those are 3 outside the box ones that I'm using.
Yeah, ChatGPT, I use that every day.
You should. I just introduced my dad to it. We just had a conversation with it for like a half hour on the way up to LA the other night, and he loved it. He thought it was the coolest thing. Especially when I asked him, like, what do you know about Robert Whissel? And it was like, oh, he's a commercial real estate guy. Like, it made him feel cool. Yeah, I did not know about his drip. Yeah, if you guys don't know, follow me on Insta, at Kyle Whissel, Pops' Daily Drip. I got one of his house. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I'm going to share it today.
Okay.
Pops' Daily Drip. The amount of teal in this man's house
Teal
is...
and purple, right?
It's way heavier on teal. Like, literally from the floor to the ceiling. Like,
I love
it's so ridiculous. Love my Pops, but man, that teal is crazy. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you got some value out of the show today. If you did, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you enjoyed the show. If you have questions, throw them in the comment section. Bryan and I would personally respond to all of those. And if you want more of our content, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and YouTube will take care of the rest. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure to subscribe. And if you have 2 minutes, write a quick little review. Those podcast reviews really, really help us and help grow the show so we can help impact more people in the real estate space. With that said, I am at Kyle Whissel. He is at Bryan Coaching on Instagram. Stay connected to us on there. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Whissel Way Podcast.